What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cloud's Best Shinobi, and we are back with another reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to Vinland Saga Episode 5, The Path of Blood. Now, if I remember correctly, in the last episode we got to see Enar find out about Thorfinn's past, or a little bit about it, and he started to hate Thorfinn because of that, and he tried to even kill Thorfinn, which is actually mind-blowing. And Thorfinn was in such a deep sleep and having such a crazy nightmare that he didn't even feel it, and the man didn't even wake up until Enar woke him up. And you know, it's kind of crazy how this man Enar was literally strangling Thorfinn's life out of him, and he didn't wake up. But the second Enar grabbed his arm while he was screaming, somehow that woke Thorfinn up. So, you know, I don't know the science behind that, but yeah. So Enar has seemingly forgiven Thorfinn for his actions and said that he's not to blame for killing his family, at least. So he doesn't blame him for that like he previously was when he found out that Thorfinn went to England and was killing people in raiding villages. So it seems like he's on a better footing with Thorfinn. He might still hate Thorfinn for going over there and, you know, raiding villages and stuff like that, but he doesn't hold a grudge against him. Also, I was watching your boy Roshi's reaction to this, and somebody in the comments said that in the last episode there was a translated version, I think in the manga, where Enar told Thorfinn, and he was like, the people who did that to my family don't have nightmares like that. Basically saying that the people who killed his family and people who raid villages and stuff like that, they don't have nightmares about it. Meaning that Thorfinn, he can tell Thorfinn is genuinely sorry about what he did, and he doesn't, you know, actually, you know, he doesn't have to hate Thorfinn for what he did because Thorfinn didn't want to be part of it or something like that, or he's already haunted by his past and stuff like that. So I wish that that translation was in the show as well, because that would have been a very sick thing to see. Like, it would have been fire to hear Enar say that, and that probably would have made Enar grow on me even more as a character, because you can then tell his realization of Thorfinn's past and how he doesn't need to hate him, and how Thorfinn is hated, or Thorfinn hates himself just as much as Enar hates the other Vikings that raid the England and stuff like that. But yeah, with that being said, make sure to check out my Patreon down below in the description. You can check out every reaction completely unedited, and as for everything being uploaded early, that is on a pause right now because it's hard, you know, internet is an issue at the moment, so it's hard trying to get everything uploaded before I upload it to YouTube, and also trying to upload it to YouTube and keep the same schedule I'm on, because my schedule is the schedule I always make is for YouTube. It's not for Patreon. Patreon just gets the videos whenever I record them, right? Or in a sense, whenever I record them, and then YouTube gets them after I'm done editing them. So, you know, yeah, you know, so but it's not really correlating, right? So it's like I have to focus mainly on YouTube, especially since nobody subscribes to my Patreon yet. YouTube is my main focus, which is why I'm not too focused on getting the content on Patreon early and stuff like that. But, you know, if you want to watch the unedited reactions, they're all up there and things of that nature. That being said, let's get into the reaction. Oh, and also last episode we stopped at like a glimpse of King Canute. So hopefully we're picking back up with that. Okay, we definitely are. So this is the old Canute. Oh, we're having a flashback. What I low-key feel like Ascalab was looking to Canute for what's the word? Confirmation in killing him. That man is ugly. Man, that was such an epic moment. I personally did not think Askeladd would actually kill the king in that moment. That threw me all the way for a loop.
デンマーク勢力にデンマーク王スベンの死によって情勢は大きく変動する。父スベンの覇業を引き継いだデンマークバイキングイングランド方面軍の長クヌート。両雄それぞれがイングランド王を名乗り、王権の行方は再び不確定状態となる。
Do we ever see Canute's brother? Well, at least he looks a little less girly in this season. Is that Ragnar's brother? So that is Ragnar's brother.
そりゃあ略奪でしょう。古事記の中から売れそうな娘を探し。あの者たちの首をはねて道にさらせ。
So take the money.
軍律を守れぬ者は我が兵ではない。首をはねて道にさらせ。不老機、段取りは
上々です。いつでも。マーシア伯エアドリクは小心者です。お会いになる価値はありません。
Sound like Thorkel. Why is he mad at Canute?
あれをなだめねばならん。そなたたちでは荷が重かろう。
That man is huge. That's such a weird combination to say.
マーシア側から休戦の申し出があったのだ。この地での勝敗はもはや決した。ご苦労だったな、トルケル。一度始まったら大将首取るまで終わらねえんだ。あとちょっとでエアドリクの首をぶった切れるとこだったのによ。こだわるな。マーシア伯エアドリクは一。
Thorkel is such a funny character.
スルレッドの子エドモンドが不穏な動きを見せております。どうか東部鎮定にお力をお貸しくださいませ。イングランド王でさえね、ただの若造だ。
So he hasn't even fought yet.
鉄で切り開くしかねえんだ。アシェラッドがそうしたようにな。忘れんじゃねえぞ。
I wonder if Canute could fight.
おめえの歩く道は始まりから血まみれな。
It was implied in the first one, the first season, that he can't fight. But I feel like he low-key can.
二度目はねえぞ。覚えとけ。
裏表のない男だ。あやつのように生きられるなら痛快であろうな。
Close your mouth, buddy.
銀にして4000ポンド。
Let's see why his mouth is like that.
我々に集められるすべてだ。我がマーシアより軍を引き上げてくれるならば。
Oh no.
4000都合しよう。
First, why is he in Mercia?
安いな。
What do you mean by that? Is he like, is it fake or is it just a bunch of garbage that they consider wealth and it's not true wealth? Is this man parading around in his money? It's clear Canute doesn't have a value. No, he doesn't value money.
そなたはこの金銀を私がマーシアから出ていくことを望んで支払うのだな。
退去料に足りんということはないはずだ。
足りぬ。王に対するその父兄につけた値段がこのはした金か。世はそなたの王である。世は世の領内の反乱を鎮め。
Oh, that's your son? Bring him here. Bring him here.
世もイングランド王を名乗る者が。
Let's assassinate him and I'll leave.
王陛下もきっとご理解くださる。
王が二人いるから世が乱れる。一人 死なねばならぬ。
裏切れというのか、この私が。
Yup. Hastily.
すでに裏切っている。その代わりマーシアは奪わぬ。エセルレッドの首が代価だ。
He upped the price like
交渉は決裂した。貴様のような卑劣感とは断固戦うぞ。
the boy upped the price by 10,000. Please fight. I really want to see.
エアドリク殿。
Please fight. Please fight, Canute. I remember when Floki pulled up and I thought this man was gonna be something. Man, Floki's absolutely nothing, bro. Yam's Vikings was supposed to be some like top tier. They still are top tier, but after meeting Askeladd's crew and then on top of that meeting Thorkel, it's like, oh wait, Thorkel was part of Yam's Vikings, huh? Loki just be getting punked so much that it's like he's nothing, bro. Do what exactly? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, is it a signal? That's your castle. If you don't bring me that man head, babe. How can I talk? No words. Okay. What these like villages that are burning?
世と戦うとはこういうことだ。たった今、マーシアは灰に帰した。
That man lit one fire and burnt the whole kingdom down.
貴様らを焼き尽くすことなど造作もないのだ。
I mean, he technically didn't do it, but it's a warning that he will do it. I mean, that he could do it. That was a chef's kiss of a threat, bro.
エセルレッドの首を差し出して安寧を変え、それが利口だ。
That man really was gangster, bro. I can't lie. Imagine being able to put enough fear in someone to the point where you don't even have to lift a sword. Oh, he actually went through it.
その息子エドモンドが王位を継承する。ヌート軍を大いに苦しめ前線するも
But
7ヶ月後の同年11月、やはり病没する。
so this man Canute is a strategist, bro. He doesn't require lifting a sword to get his enemies taken care of.
クヌートの話はやめろ。酒がまずくなる。
ライバルたちの相次ぐ変死によって1018年クヌートは正式にイングランド王となる。
Well, he got the full-grown beard now. Okay, now I know what time it is. Discussion time. Thoughts. One thing I want to say very quickly. This episode was by far the best episode this season, and I know that as the season continues, it would probably continue to be like that. But the gangsterness, right, of Canute and his threats is crazy, bro. Because early in the episode, I already mentioned that it was shown in the first season or implied that Canute didn't know how to fight, and his father thought him weak because of that, and he didn't want to let him to succeed him with the throne, right? And now we're seeing just how powerful of a leader Canute can be without even knowing how to fight. No one even knows if this man knows how to fight for real. Like, that isn't even up for discussion. But the sheer persuasiveness he has over other people is enough to make up for that, you know? It's able to keep that side a mystery, right? So it's just very cool to see him when he made that threat about just lighting the beacons and the dude was like, what's all this? And he was like, this your city if you don't do what I say, you know? Like, that was a fire threat, bro. And to, I don't know, bro, it was just crazy to see that. And then when he was like, I am your king and I've come here to stop a rebellion, that was a hard line. One, simply because they don't even think of this man as his king, and he didn't even say, I'm going to be your king. He didn't even say, I'm fighting to be king, or I'm the king of this, that, and the third. He just said, I am your king, bro. Like, I am your king. You're fighting alongside the rebels. He didn't even debate whether or not they agreed with him being king or not. He just demanded it. He just said it like it was already happening, right? Like it was already a thing. Like he was already crowned king, and he wasn't even crowned king yet, which is crazy. He was crowned king of the Vikings probably, but not of England. So for him to say, I am your king and you're rebelling, that was a mind-boggling thing to say, again, because we know Canute possibly can't fight. So for him to say something so boldly was just out of character from season 1. And I like the fact that they showed this episode, and this whole episode was like rebuilding Canute as a character. It took the Canute we knew from season 1 and just crumpled it up and threw it all away and rebuilt his whole character. So now now in the future, when we see Canute, we know what he's capable of. We don't have to assume, like, if he comes in contact with Thorfinn, we don't have to assume that Thorfinn possibly is going to survive, right? We can assume Thorfinn might get bodied. Why? Because this man Canute stopped the war in 3 years where his father couldn't even stop in 10, right? So it's like this man has some persuasiveness, and his threats are not just threats, but they are carried out to the fullest extent, right? And it's fire. I love this for Canute and his character. I still kind of want to see where he stands on the whole Christian side of things, because last season he was a Christian. He kind of renounced his Christianity at the end of the first season, which I kind of hated. I didn't feel like he needed to do that as a character. I feel like he could have still had it, but still kind of found a different motive. It was a very weird way for him to throw away his religion, if you ask me. But I don't know. Hopefully he regains it or whatever, and is brought back up at least. But as for him as a character, he's still a very cool character, and I'm loving this development. I can't wait for the day him and Thorfinn comes in contact again. And yeah, I'm also very glad that this episode was about Canute and not about Einar and Thorfinn. It would have been, I don't know, I feel like the show would have been stale if we were back on that farm for the 5th episode in a row, bro. Like, we needed to see some more of the universe, But yeah, that being said, it's pretty boy Clouds by Shinobi, and I'm out. Peace.